So welcome to my journey again here with Chris Tanner. Hey Chris.
Hi.
Big surprise, not a big surprise you're here.
So, once a week.
Yeah, once a week. It's been nice. It's really been good, you know. One of the things that I wanted to tell you about that was kind of funny to me, I lost my food journal.
Oh,
For
dog ate your homework?
kind of. No. What it is, I put it in my motorcycle jacket and forgot that I had it in there. So we kind of worked at keeping notes and stuff. But it is kind of interesting that when you get used to doing it, that you're like, I need to get this done. So that's is a powerful tool to have to, not to have to, but keep track and be accountable. But I thought today, if you could help me out with something, we're taking a little trip this weekend, and I just feel like that's the recipe for things to go bad. Or
Yes. Yeah, you always have to have a plan when you travel. Real quick though, you hit a milestone, 20 pounds.
I did.
20 pounds lost, and we've been doing this for
It's 2 months.
2 months, 8 weeks, 20 pounds. That's amazing.
And it was the fun part about that, because I said thank you by sending a video.
That was very sweet.
But the funny thing is, I went through it was days of the weight stayed exactly the same. I kept weighing myself, and I told myself, just man, don't worry about it. You stick to this is a lifestyle thing. This is a habit thing. We're doing this to be healthier, and whatever way you weigh, it'll just happen. And then boom. I mean, it was like it just dropped off real quick, and then no progress since the other day. But that makes you feel good.
Yeah. Well, fat loss is not linear.
Yeah.
You're going to have plateaus, and sometimes you even increase your weight on the scale. That doesn't mean that you've increased your fat. So I think you've done great. 20 pounds in 2 months, and without too much anxiety. So I think it's obviously just the opposite. You feel really good. So that's great.
That was fun.
Okay. So let's just talk about travel.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest question I have with all my clients is, this is great while I'm at home. But then you get on the road and, the wheels fall off, and, you get anxiety because you don't know what to do, what to eat, whatever. So I always try to put a plan together based on where you're going. Not that travel in general is a really good, I can put a really good general travel plan together. But like if you're going through major time zones and things like that, there's other things that I like to have people do. One thing that is universal for travel for all my people is you fast while you travel. You don't eat while you travel. If you're in a car, you don't eat. If you're on an airplane, you don't eat.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can drink water, and I always suggest hydrogenated water. So I take hydrogen tablets with me everywhere.
Okay.
There's just little hydrogen pills you can get online, and what they do is they mitigate radiation. So you're flying at 30,000 feet in the air, you're closer to the sun, that's more radiation. You take hydrogen pills, and it eliminates the radiation. So when you get off the airplane, instantly you feel amazing. You don't have any kind of bloating. You don't have a headache. You don't have swelling. A lot of women especially get swollen ankles on the plane. None of that.
Oh, cool.
And you feel refreshed and ready to go. When you get off the plane, if it's time for you to eat, then obviously you can eat. And if you eat before you get on the plane, if it's that time for you to eat, you can eat. But while traveling in a car, no snacking.
Yeah. Okay.
No pulling over for even good fast food. There's no reason to eat in a car. I don't care if it's 17 hours. You can go 17. Your body is not going to shut down.
I'm not going to waste away.
You're not going to waste away.
I got some reserves.
Right. And for people that are traveling plane and then you have multiple stops, don't eat. Just wait till you get to your destination and get on that, whatever that time zone is, and start eating on that time zone. No jet lag.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my clients, 100% of them have said that was a game changer of not eating. It seems so simple.
Yeah. Well, the good thing for us, I mean, the good thing for this being easy, because it's great that it is, we're leaving right after lunchtime.
Great.
And we're going to be getting somewhere right about the time we would eat supper. So it's going to fall from a timing standpoint right in line.
Good.
So my normal travel, though, I'm not only extremely healthy when we travel. I get a bag of Munchos and a huge Coke, and
everyone does.
Sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would sit, and then that's what we would do: is as big a Coke as we can get, fit in the cup holder, and just slowly sip on it. And I don't know if it's keeping me awake or whatever, but Yeah, Nikki always laughs at me because I'd have to get those Munchos because they're made of air.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
there's
great
no
for you.
potato.
I don't even know what those are, but they sound terrible.
it's potato mash and salt. I mean, they just you can't chew them; they dissolve in your mouth. So, I mean, that's healthy,
Yeah,
right? So.
it's like a potato cotton candy.
It is. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Okay, yeah.
So I won't get those.
No, you don't need those. I mean, I'm saving you so much money too. Think about that. Saving you money, saving you time, and saving you calories, and saving you mental anguish because you're going to feel great when you get there.
Cool. Okay.
So drink water in the car, and I would suggest even in traveling in a car, I would do hydrogenated tablets in your water. And you will feel so good when you arrive.
Yeah, I have to check it out.
So that's what I tell people.
Okay.
And then when you get there, obviously have a game plan of what you're going to be doing for dinner. If you can look up restaurants before you get to your destination, that's always a really good benefit if you're not eating at the place. I mean, if you can't cook for yourself wherever you're going, if you're eating out, I would always suggest looking up the restaurants before you get there, kind of getting a lay of the land of what you're going to eat, where you're going to go, that kind of stuff.
Well, I think so I think easily, and dinner is going to be the easiest.
Okay.
Because we can take the stuff that we already have prepared, take that with us, and then it's just heating things up. And then we're staying in a hotel room because it's just a one night, but we'd be able just to heat that up and go. So then, and breakfast, what I eat for breakfast is you can find a restaurant that would serve that, I'm sure. But then where we're going is to a gravel bike race, and that's going to be, I know that's going to be the challenge because luckily it's not a super long event, so we shouldn't be there waiting for someone to get done. Riding 150 miles, it's only 64, I believe. But I know that'll be the challenge because I want to get it.
Right. You need to get 2 more proteins in that day.
Yeah.
So I always tell people essential amino acids are the way to go, or a very limited amount of protein powders that are Chris Tanner approved. So if it's Chris Tanner approved, you can use those protein powders.
Yeah.
One of them is Ancient Nutrition. They have a bone broth. It's fabulous. It's very good. They have a chocolate and vanilla flavor. Okay. And those are good to use. But essential amino acids are always my number one go-to because essential amino acids are 0 calories. It's 99% bioavailable for your body. And you can drink as many as you need to throughout the day, which without worrying about calories or upset stomach or anything like that. So always number 1, essential amino acids. Number 2, a really, really good protein powder is also acceptable. And then just drink those during the day when you're out on the race. I mean, there's no reason why you can't have a shaker bottle full of protein powder and just add some water to it. Boom, you've got yourself the 40 grams and you're good to go until dinner. Okay.
And then where would, for something like that, where would the U-20 fall?
U-20 has essential amino acids in it. It is not a full protein. You need 40 grams.
Okay.
U-20 is great all around health. It's great to help heal your gut. That's why I created it. It's really basically to just make yourself heal, so all of your vitamins and minerals then are absorbed. I use it as part of my essential amino acids, so I'll use 1 scoop of a U-20, and then I'll add 3 more scoops of essential amino acids from. I buy them from bulk supplements. Has a great essential amino acid. Keon aminos is also a really good amino acid. And like I said, if you want to do a protein powder, you can do a bone broth protein powder, which they're pretty decent. But again, go ahead.
Oh, but what if there's a hot dog truck? Do we have to ignore the hot dog truck?
No, I mean, hot dogs are great. The problem is most hot dogs are crap. So I mean, if it's a good hot dog, if it's a all beef hot dog, eat 4 or 5 of them. I don't care. Okay. Just no bun. Right? Yeah, just a lot of mustard is fine. I'm all about the hot dog. But again, if you're going to eat a couple hot dogs, you're only looking at like maybe 15 grams of protein. So you've got to look for the other 25 grams. I always if I'm going to eat 2 beef hot dogs, I'll eat those, and then I'll take essential amino acid pills just to even out that 40 grams. Because again, 40 is the threshold for us old people. Anybody 40 and older, you have to hit 40 grams or your protein synthesis won't happen. That's very, very important. So when you travel, essential amino acids, a good protein powder. Do not eat anything while physically traveling until you get to your destination.
Okay. That's interesting. I've not heard it. That's good. That's a good idea.
It's so good.
When it does, it just cracks me up because I know what I've done in the past.
Everyone has. I mean, how many times have you been in like somebody's car and they have like, I don't know, a whole bag full of a whole basket full of snacks. My mother-in-law does that too. She has a big basket full of snacks. I'm like, nobody needs snacks. I mean, what are we doing? We're sitting on our butt.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, we used to go down. We would drive from here to Savannah, Georgia, and we'd hardly eat anything. I mean, really, if I had I would get my one Coke and go. I just have this little thing that would keep me. You could skip lunch if you had to, and, but yeah, you're not really doing that much.
You're doing nothing.
You're sitting still.
You're literally sitting still.
Dodging the crazy people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's only if you're driving. If you're a passenger, you're really not doing anything.
Yeah. Some people sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. But
so
again.
That's Kate.
Kate.
Yeah.
She's a sleeper.
Yeah. If you're out there and you're at a bike shop and STS comes to see you. If it's more than 5 minutes away, Kate slept on the way, so
she's refreshed.
Yeah,
talk to Kate. She's the one that's ready to go.
She is.
I like it.
Yeah, we're mean to Kate, but we love her.
So, on this travel weekend, next weekend I will be traveling, so I won't see you next Thursday. So it's going to be 2 weeks from now that we're going to get back together. So let's talk about the ups and downs of your travel day, and then we're going to talk about how important it is to track our protein and how important it is for every meal to be at least 40 grams. So those are going to be the two things that we're going to talk about next week, but I'd be interested to see how good you feel when you travel.
Well, the one thing I just wanted to say that's been nice, because a lot of times when people talk to me about, what we're doing, so like one of the experiences that I've had is, I mean, it is great. When I've tried to be healthier before you get into, I have to count calories. We haven't said that yet.
No.
We have not talked about counting calories at all. You're focused on eating healthy, and this is so easy because that's all we're doing. We need to eat these things. It has been easy, and hopefully soon you'll see me in a different shirt. And
good.
Because
the only thing I do say though is you do have to track protein, and again, I'm not a calorie person, but I am a protein person because that is what's going to change your body composition. Protein protein alone will change it.
And that's probably something that needs to be better.
It will. And for a bigger guy, for example, I have a client who's 6'5" and 230 pounds, and he has to eat 6 times a day. See, you're so light, It's just kind of a struggle sometimes. Yeah. It's you really do have to have that math equation going on in your head. Is this 40? Is this 40? And you have to eat multiple times. So the smaller the person is, the easier it is. For me, I only have to get 3 in a day. For you, you have to get 4 in a day. But it's worth it. And if that's the only math you have to do, it's not that hard.
But it's working.
Yeah, I mean, you look great. You sent me a video. He sent me a video last week, and he just looks so good, and your eyes look so shiny, and
I also know how to set the camera up, so it makes me look good.
I'm just saying, I've seen the transformation. You look amazing.
Well, and it's obvious. I mean, like, in all honesty, I was off camera. I was telling Chris I had a pair of pants I haven't been able to wear that I had bought brand new and never got to wear. So and it was a pair of shorts. Actually, I got to wear them Monday. And it's just, I'm still in that state where I'm like, things are too big, starting to get too big, and it's kind of fun. So
yeah, throw those out. Throw all your pants that are too big out. There's no reason to look at them.
Yep.
You're not going back.
Not going back. Yeah, because this is the great thing about what we're doing. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is just what we're doing.
You know what's funny? I had a conversation yesterday with one of my clients, and he said he doesn't like the word diet because it seems so temporary. Yeah. But diet actually means what we eat. Yeah. So like your dog's diet or, a wild animal's diet, it's not a temporary thing. It's what we eat. But it's funny because people equate diet to, we're going to be on this diet and then we're not going to be on the diet. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. So it's a lifestyle.
It is. Just a new lifestyle. Just better.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for coming, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.